All right, YouTube. You remember I just did a video the other day where we had what, like two nights. The temperatures going down to like 35, 36, 37 in that range. So maybe 2 hours, 3 hours in that range. All right, let me just show you guys and you remember in the video was like there's certain trees that's gonna just survive and be okay. Yeah, trees like the Relinia did excellent, no problem at all. Yep, right in the open. 36 does nothing to that. Same thing with the pigeon peas. Look at it, nothing at all. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah. The bananas probably show a little damage here and there, but not much. Yeah, 36 already bought it. The roselle, definitely. You can see the roselle literally like just get cooked. As I said, at 36, you know, 37 degrees this time of the year, November, no, it's not normal. We don't normally have that kind of temperature this time of the year. Oh, look here, even the lemon, lemongrass, yeah, that kind of get looks to the browning in it. Yeah, see that reddish browning? That's all from the like 2 nights. Got cold weather. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If I have some seedling here, soursop, and look, they're like totally cooked. Just cooked, cooked, cooked. But they'll bounce back, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. But as I said in my previous video, this is something I was expecting. The soursop to actually, kind of they're ultra, sensitive to the cold, ultra tropical. Look at this, even this got burnt up. Wow, this is the what do you call it again? The bee balm? No, lemon. What we call it again? Ah, oregano, Cuban oregano. Look what got burnt up there. Like it's literally, it got toasted. Look at it. Wow. Yeah, so those simple stuff can't actually handle a cold. Handle that type of cold like this. Yeah, but these seedlings looking really bad. Yeah. Hopefully they'll come back. I'm not gonna do nothing to them. Leave them here because we not even in winter yet. We're fall. Yeah. Yeah. So to start getting this kind of weather ready. Ah, let's keep people go. We're actually still in hurricane season. Cause the hurricane season ends in the 31st of November. Yeah, so we're in hurricane season and we get in temperatures dropping in the 35, 36, which is unusual. I mean, this is the first time live here going on, 9, 10 years, yeah, and been traveling to Florida for 20 something years. Never seen nothing like that this time of the year. Never, 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 never. I said we experience cool temperatures, 30 something degrees. Low, sometimes we drop even into 20s, but normally this would occur in January, late January, February. That's the time. All right. So let's walk over and let's look at some more stuff that got super damage. Look at this, guys. This is soursop, which we was expecting. Which this was one of the things I mentioned in the video that definitely cannot handle. Look how brown it is, guys. Let me just give you a view. Brown on top up there, but the top is green. Brown. Let's go get close up. Woo! It is like super toasted. But that's soursop for you. Zone 10 is going to be a challenge growing soursop. Yeah, microclimate can protect it to somewhat, but yeah. And the reason that I know how sensitive soursop is, but I tell you, I actually use the leaves for teas. Yeah, these leaves I can't use for teas. These are got messed up from the coal, you know. But I normally use the teas for to make a really good tea. Yeah, you can see that. Really, really, really burnt. Bring it closer. Look, burnt, burnt, burnt. Yeah. So did a number in this tree. Yeah, and you remember this was 2 nights, 36. I think it may have got to 35. That's nothing compared to what we have experienced in the past. And the soursop have definitely can't handle it. And this is only one tree. Let me show you the other tree that actually also look the same. So we'll move over here and look here, guys. There's another soursop here that's like burnt, burnt, burnt. See, brown, 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 green. Brown, green. Yep. So, that's the reason I made the video. Just to give you guys, like, you may be new to the Florida area and you want to start growing certain things. Just give you a heads up. Certain trees that just cannot manage 30-something degrees. Yeah. And this is definitely one of them. Yeah. Go burn the Yeah. And all these leaves is going to be falling off in a few days. And probably just have a stick of a tree there. Yep. So, but you remember we had a tree that was saying it's more protected and didn't get burnt last year. Let's go check on that tree, because we have 4 soursop trees in the food forest. We got 2 here in the open. Let me let's give you this view. You can see these 2 right in the open. One here, another one here. You could actually see that. All right, let's walk into the food forest. And those are the only 2 trees that actually get, those are the soursop are the only trees that actually get damaged. I said, look at the pigeon peas. Nothing. Perfect. Look at the leaves. Perfect. No problem at all. Even the blooms weren't affected. Perfect. Yep. All right, let's walk down here and look at the other trees. Give you another view of this. Yeah. Look, let's walk down in the food forest now and see the other. You look, the cassava. Look at this. The cassava did get some burn on the outer leaves, but mainly nothing major. Basically, that's just leaf damage on the cassava. It could manage. The cassava can manage that weather perfectly fine. The mangoes, not even gonna brush it. 30-something degrees. If you live somewhere where you only get 30-something degrees, your mango could handle that. Yeah. Yep. Sugar apples handle that perfectly fine too. Yeah. Sapodillas handle that like nothing. No problem with that at all. All right, let's just walk over here now. This is the next soursop that we have here. And it also got burnt. But if you notice something, the burnt is not so bad. Let's look at this. So the burnt is not so bad. It's brown, green, brown, green. Look at this. This leaf. Yeah. Brown. There's still green here. Yeah, there's some brown in the top there. So this tree is actually protecting this tree somewhat. Because look, it doesn't look, this is a younger tree too. And it seems like it's more protected here by the sapodilla. And by probably all of this stuff right here. The sapodilla, sugar apple, and all that stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, this did fairly well too. Fairly well. Yeah. Comparing to the others. I'm looking at this is the hog thumb. And there's some damage up there. You could see some browning on the leaves. I don't know if the camera is gonna show it. Yeah, but the hog front seems like, yeah, the 30-something degrees was a problem for 2 nights in a row. You know, for maybe, because it seems like it was long periods of time we had that weather for. All right, let's see. All right, let's walk through and let's see. Yeah, as I said, I ordered my mangoes and stuff like that. Yeah, all right, let's walk through. Let's walk through. Wow. Yeah, nothing on here. Everything right here is good. Surprisingly, cut the yam. The ube yam, I thought it would have had a problem. But normally yams are one of the first things that seems to be affected by the cold in the food forest. And the yam, the leaves are beautiful still. So the yam did excellent. Yep. Surprisingly, which I thought the jute plum would have been like a more ultra tropical. You know, because, you know, no, the June plum is, look at the June plum. Perfectly fine. Yeah. And this is, we had the weather on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today is Friday. Really, Tuesday and Wednesday is when the blunt of it came in. And it was around like 4 a.m., 4, 5, 6 in that time. 3 hours, I think, when I looked at it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, everything else did fine, yeah, but let's look at the other Soursop. Yeah. Alright, let's look at the other Soursop. Let's go through here. Go through here. Go through here. Oh, whoa. This Soursop is also cooked. Look at it. Right? Still not as bad as the other tree. But let's look. It is brown and still got cooked. And the fun thing, last year it wasn't this big. The tree was maybe like 12 foot. No, this tree is like maybe, let's see, let's go tall the trees. The tree is way up there. No, the tree is like maybe like 25 feet in height. So it put on all that new growth this year. Yeah, so maybe last year, because it wasn't that tall, it was more being protected by the fence and everything. But yeah, it also got cooked. The leaves don't look as bad, but I think it still got cooked. Can you guys see all of that stuff? Let's see. Let me just put this down. Yeah. See that? Yep. So, as I said, this is just a documentation for, anybody else that wanna, you might be in zone 9, 10, and you wanna grow Soursop. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to do it, but just know the challenges that come with that. These winters we probably gonna get our fall. Let me stop saying winter. Fall, whether that's not gonna be as bad, and we might have good winters, and you might luck out one of those winters to have fruit. That's what I'm hoping for. One of those winters where temperatures stay in the 40s right through, and we have, you understand, something like that. That just work out in the favor of the trees. Yeah, but that's it. That's it, guys. My everything else is like 30s is nothing. 30s come, my other trees is like the show laid off like it's nothing. Jackfruit looking amazing. Seedling jackfruit. Yeah. Nice growth this year. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah. Doing amazing. Yeah, so that's it really. Yeah. Yep. Hey doggy. What's up, doggy? What's up, doggy? Hey. Hey. Look, there's a dog right here. Look at it. Yeah, my neighbor's dog. He's walking his dog. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. All right. So let me wrap this up. Yeah. Let's walk up here. Wrap it up here. Yeah. Yeah, but everything else is good. Everything else is perfectly okay. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So, as I said, this is documentation. Also, for people who want to grow soursop in certain zones, you're going to have the challenge if the temperatures drop in the 30s. All right. So, I'll be blessed with peace, love, happiness, and kindness. One love, guys. See you guys in the next video. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.